Don't trip.
Don't trip.
Don't trip.
Don't even trip. We got you. What's up, y'all? It's Don't Trip Podcast. You're on another week's episode with your host, David. And we got a special guest for y'all today. Miss Allie is in the building.
What's happening?
So you're out here in sunny California, much like Arizona, but it's a little bit different. It's different. So she's we're going to talk about her in a second. But if you're new to the show, welcome. It's advice at no price. Go submit your questions on Instagram or email. I don't get to all of those, but Instagram would be easier. Please Instagram. And then, like I always say, we're not professionals. We will give you the best advice that we can give you. Take it with a grain of salt. We're just real people living real lives, having conversations back and forth, but it's not the law. So go with what you feel, go with your gut, all that stuff. But have a laugh, have a good time, enjoy the show. And today we got two segments for you. We got the Don't Trip questions. We're going to get to know Allie. And then we got one switcheroo question, which we'll explain when we get there. That's just another one of our segments. We'll talk about it in a second. But we're going to start out with Miss Allie. So we got a lot of questions for y'all. Since you are our new guest star, we want to get to know you. We want the people to get to know you. You feel me? So basic. Where are you from? Where'd you grow up? All that stuff.
I'm from Las Vegas. I grew up in Las Vegas. It's not what pops in your head like, oh, city nightlife. It's very boring. It's very suburb and safe, clean.
Type.
So, yeah.
Exactly. Okay. And when did you move out to Cali?
2.5 years ago.
You like it?
During COVID.
Oh.
I didn't like it at first.
Okay.
I started liking it maybe 6 months ago.
Really?
But I think it wasn't more so LA. It was just my life. Because, you know, it's expensive.
It's expensive. You growing, you change.
little
Yeah.
struggles.
I feel that.
Struggle time.
Exactly. But money comes and goes, but you got to find the right place for you. You feel me? Okay.
Exactly.
So, what are you doing currently? Are you in school? What you doing? What's your life at the moment?
I am a full-time model and content creator, and
Okay.
I like to call myself an entrepreneur.
Okay.
I have a little cosmetic brand on the way.
Mhm.
Little something.
So keep an eye out. You heard her. Just a little something coming. All right. So, how did you get started on the content creation, all that stuff?
I would say I started making videos in like middle school, like Dub Smash and the music LY, if that's how you pronounce it. But I would say I didn't start getting like super serious until maybe like 6 months ago with content. Well, something blew up. That's what happened. I've always been consistent with it, but you know, gotta stick it through, y'all. It's been like 7 years.
Really?
So,
Hey,
and I didn't blow up until 6 months
Stay
ago.
on the grind, y'all.
So, and then modeling. I started modeling when I was like 17. Started in Vegas, moved to LA, and it's just been up from there.
Okay. So, what type of content do you do?
I would say it's like lifestyle, like just my lifestyle, wellness. Everything I'm interested in is like health, wellness, beauty, motivation, hygiene, sardines.
Yeah, we got some questions for y'all for that. Don't even worry about that. Okay, so how do you see yourself growing, though? Is there anything you kind of want to pursue and add to your repertoire?
I definitely, in the long run, I see myself with a talk show.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
I kind of want to just utilize. I like to motivate people, and I also just like to have good conversations.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. So now that after you said 6 months ago, you kind of blew up. How's your life been a little bit different? Like, is it different walking around? Do people talk to you more and stuff like that?
That's definitely, yeah, like people recognize me a lot. It's real. It's still, it doesn't feel real sometimes. Sometimes like they're like, oh my gosh, like they'll be excited. I'm like, girl, you making me blush. Like, y'all be making me nervous. But it's really cool meeting people and hearing their like testimonies, like whatever I help them with.
That's dope.
But it's definitely changed in a sense of, I feel like people are seeing more of me and my personality versus during modeling. It's so surface level.
Yeah.
It's really just how I look. So that's kind of why I really like content, because you get to add value.
Okay. And then have you like kept the same people kind of in your circle since then, or has it like kind of changed? You know, so once you moved to LA, once you started doing content, like you meet new people, do the old people kind of fall out a little bit, or is it just like a?
I would say I've always had I've always been very to myself, so I've always only had a handful of friends.
Okay.
And it's stayed that way. Like, there's definitely people who will, like, it seems like they're trying to be my friend. I don't know if it's for the right reasons.
Type.
Or, you know, people will throw around networking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had the same solid couple friends.
Okay.
I love them.
Yeah,
so
rocking
much.
with them. That's
Yeah,
good. That's how you.
family.
That's how it should be. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay. So this is off the dome because we were just talking about this, but we're gonna talk about icks a little bit. All right. So I need 2 to 3 icks that it's just like, bro, don't do that. You're don't do that type thing. Go ahead.
Okay, well, number one that comes to mind, I don't know if it's considered an ick, but just hygiene. I have really bad, like, it's funny that you bring that up. That's what kind of blew me up on TikTok, because I had a bad encounter just with smells.
Oh.
And I made a video about hygiene, and that got me started. Yeah. So the ick is smelling bad, specifically breath.
Oh, okay. Cool.
My second ick, it's not controllable. I feel so bad even saying this.
Yeah? Hey.
I travel a lot.
Okay.
And
I'm very interested to what this is.
When the plane has, like, don't cry. When the plane is, like, moving and you see the back of their heads going like I got such an ick when I saw
Dang, the turbulence is crazy. Wow, I've never heard that before.
I'm tearing up. Yeah, that one, that's a bad one.
That's an interesting one.
It's I like if I see
next plane ride, I'm locked in. I'm flexing. I don't care.
No, yeah. So that was when I noticed when I was traveling. It happened a lot. It's like the turbulence.
Yeah.
The hedge. I don't know.
Yeah, lay down.
All right. My next ick is I think I saw a girl talking about this and imagining it. Trending water. Like seeing their feet trending water under the water.
Just because I've never seen it. Now that I imagine it though, I feel like it's not the most attractive thing to see.
It's not.
Yeah.
I think that could be an ick for y'all too.
Yeah,
like
I
seeing
think
a
so.
woman
just
trending under. Yeah.
That's respectable. All right, that's a solid 3, I think. The first one, definitely solid. Yeah. Second one, I'm going to have to look at. I think I'm flying out tomorrow. I'm going so we're going to see about that one. But we can actually get to our first don't trip question because it relates to one of your things. All right?
Okay.
So I'll say don't trip. You say we got you after the question is read. All right? Okay. So let me find your name because I just accidentally closed it out. Oh, that's definitely not it. All right, bet. Poof, you wrote that? Yeah, you did. All right. Okay. What are mandatory things for men hygiene? Don't trip.
We got you. Mandatory is scraping your tongue. It don't matter if you brush your teeth, floss, mouthwash. If you're not scraping your tongue, your breath is gonna stink.
Oh, okay.
Or it will stink eventually. Having a tongue scraper is gonna keep you good for a minute.
What if you just brush it with the toothbrush?
That's good, but
solid.
Get a
scraper. Yeah, it's not that expensive. And Amazon will send you 2 in the pack.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Check my Amazon storefront. Next one I would say is lip moisturizer.
Just
a lot of dudes, I feel like they think it's like feminine, maybe some of them. I don't know, but even just like a nice chapstick.
Okay.
Vaseline.
I'm about to say, what about Vaseline again?
Vaseline's a good one.
The cocoa butter one.
That's it's not too shiny. It's just perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
My next one is to have just a scent, like you don't have to get a super expensive cologne, but
Mhm.
just smell like something like that can automatically make you more attractive.
You have like
Smelling
a
you. Like
signature
that
scent
will break my neck before like
type
looks.
thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Hold up. Before
Exactly. Go there, go man.
okay, continue. Okay. Signature scent, signature scent.
But yeah,
Okay.
that's
Those
my
are the
top
Nando's.
3.
Okay. Flipping on them. What are the essentials for women hygiene?
Woman hygiene. I'd say number 1. I've talked about this on my TikTok. I have a whole thing about coochie tips, and don't put soap inside your coochie.
Yeah.
That will make it smell worse. It creates it messes with the bacteria in there, your pH levels. So now you're gonna smell even worse. So just don't put soap up in there.
Definitely self-clean.
Which is ironic.
Yeah.
Some of us are like, what? But it's like it's real.
Yeah.
But past that, I would say also a scent. Have a scent, but don't overdo it. Some of us, I feel like we overdo it. Just a light, subtle scent. And also the breath. Breath is never good for anybody.
Yeah.
You don't forget when someone's breath stinks. You
You don't forget that at all.
Exactly.
Breath stink and
you
that
only have
bother.
one chance.
You only got one shot. We're gonna remember it.
Exactly.
Have you ever like kissed anyone and like that's when you found out their breath stink? Like you could taste the bad breath.
No, I know before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's just
I probably won't kiss you if you smell.
okay.
Yeah.
That's good. You got a strong nose.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So what about like grooming tips or whatever? Like actually, how do you feel about like face wash and stuff like that? Because me, guys, I cold water, I'm solid. Like I got skin.
And I hate y'all.
Yeah? Oh, sorry.
I hate y'all.
My fault.
But y'all be using bar soap, hand soap.
Yeah.
I think it's good for you to have a good solid routine. It don't gotta be fancy. Like I don't have like a 10-step routine. I don't use serums and all the extra stuff. Like just a cleanser, a toner, a moisturizer, or sunscreen. Sometimes I use sunscreen instead of moisturizer.
Okay.
And yeah, that's all I would use.
Okay. I feel like I've noticed this. If I don't know a dude is like seeing a girl seriously, once I see he's like doing skincare stuff or has a face mask on his story, I'm like, you got a girl.
You got a little
you got a little
thing
ting or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's taking care of you. She's taking care of you. Okay. But I feel like some of the stuff you guys try makes your skin worse.
It does.
So
that's why you keep it simple.
Okay.
That's what I mean. I have super acne prone skin. So it's like I learned at an early age, like I have to keep it super simple. Like as soon as you start loading all these serums on it, I don't know how people put oil on their skin. Clogged pores causes acne to some people, but yeah, I wouldn't advise using all the super fancy, crazy products.
Okay.
Just some simple, keep it clean. It's really all about what you're eating.
What's the diet gotta look like? Hold up, because I've eaten. Ooh.
I would say, well, I think the first thing I cut out was soda. I cut out soda in 7th grade.
Okay.
Because it's just so high in sugar. There's nothing beneficial to soda.
Type.
But it's like, I think a mix of balancing your hormones and your gut health will contribute to your skin because your gut health is directly correlated with your skin. So, just really eating whole foods, no refined sugars, because it causes inflammation, that could cause acne. But if you're not genetically, like, some of it's just straight genetics, and it's harder for us to clear our skin. But, like, I specifically have to really focus on my diet. Like, I have to watch everything.
So when you eat, like, a burger or something, then you break out?
If it's like a fried, like if it's like Erewhon where they use the good oils and they're clean, like I can do that, but I don't eat fast food, so.
Interesting. I can't even. I got a beer. I can cover up whatever it is. Fine. I'm good. Okay. Eat your veggies. Eat good. Take care of your skin. Scrape your tongue. Scrape your tongue now.
Scrape your tongue. That's the most important one.
Exactly, the most important one right there.
You can forget everything else.
Yeah, maybe I should do the TikTok shop thing and put this in there. Well, maybe, we'll see about that. Anyway, the next question is, how do you find happiness in things you don't want to do?
Oh,
Don't trip.
we got you.
Mm-hmm.
I would say finding happiness in things you don't want to do is thinking of the concept of delayed gratification.
Ooh.
So basically, what I mean by that is you have to think of future you. So I may not want to do this in the moment, but how will future Allison feel if I did this? Because it's like a lot of times, like think of the gym. You've never left the gym and regretted that you went.
This is true.
You didn't want to go, but you never left and be like, dang, I wish I didn't want to go there.
Yeah.
But yeah, just thinking of future you. Like for you example, like you said you've been doing this for a long time, but it just started coming up. Like in those moments where you were just seeing failure, like you probably didn't want to continue
Not at
doing
all.
it.
It was like I just want to delete the account.
Exactly. So how do you feel now about the choices you
This
made
is
keeping going?
true. And wait, what did you call it? You called it
Delayed gratification.
delayed gratification.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of hard. I like
Yeah.
that one. Okay.
So I think about that. Anytime I don't want to get up or I don't, even just something as simple as washing my face before I go to bed. Morning Allison will be happy that I did it. Yeah.
So you wake up with the, okay.
Yeah.
Like delayed gratification. That's a whole different mindset to get into though. It's like, I think a lot of people, they always fight between those two because it's like, it's the lazy versus the delayed gratification. Like which one is more important right now? But if you do think in the future, like you just said, it's just can really
Exactly.
lazy not being worth it in a lot of cases. Whether it be waking up in the morning, now you broke out. It's like, dang, all I had to do was move for 5 minutes, and wash my face type thing.
Yeah. So I guess it's not exactly all about happiness in the moment. Like you can't always find that, but you have to accept it.
That's facts. That's facts. That's a great. Oh my mama, she preached. Oh yeah. Okay. Next question is, okay, these ones were actually taken from your TikToks. All right.
Okay.
How do you break soul ties?
Woo!
Don't trip.
Woo! We got you. I would say, well, for number one, if you are religious, pray about it. You definitely got to pray about it. Talk to God about it. But as far as like what you can do on your own, I'd say you have to do zero contact. Like I don't believe that you can be friends with your ex. I don't believe that that's possible. Like if you, or even friends with someone you've had sex with. Like once you've crossed that barrier, it's like you can't really go back to that.
Do you think you can be cordial with them?
You can be cordial, but you don't have to speak. You don't have to have their number. You don't have to tell them happy birthday, Merry Christmas. It gets me when people be saying Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Like no,
you didn't need
to go there.
It's not that deep.
It's not that deep, bro. I ain't thinking about you.
Yeah, Thanksgiving is crazy, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or even Happy Halloween. Like
they just be making it
you
up.
just trying to talk to me. Exactly. But it's like I think zero contact is something a lot of people struggle with, and it's so important because as long as they keep like having that little crack of a door to like get in there a little bit or make you be like, oh, maybe he's changed or maybe he sees my worth now. It's like, no. As long as you leave that door just cracked, it's like you're never going to completely let them go. And it's going to take time if you have a soul tie, especially if it was a lot of years.
Yeah. So unless, for example, y'all like in the same town or whatever, you see him, it's not like you can say hi. You don't got to be like scoff off or whatever.
Yeah.
Because then you're going to come off salty. You're going to come off like, oh, they like, it's just not being a nice person type thing. But I get what you're saying. I think you got to cut the strings. You got to cut the strings.
Yeah.
They just going.
Yeah. You don't have to be beefing, but it's like
exactly.
Even when it comes to like, if for the time being, like there might be songs that remind you of them. Don't listen to them. There might be a place that y'all used to go to. Don't go there. Find a new place. Cook your own food at home.
You don't need the food not that good.
You don't even need to go there no more. So, yeah, I'd say just try to remove anything that reminds you of them. Now, if you have a kid with them,
can't remove that one. You got to keep that one.
Yeah,
that's a different story. That's a different
story.
That's for other people.
Next question. I don't got the answer for that one.
We'll see if we can get y'all some people to answer that one. We don't. Not. Yeah. Anyway, so all right. This next, we're gonna switch to switcheroo, right? So switcheroo is a segment where girls switch places with us. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you a question or a statement that guys hear from girls, and we don't know how to react or how to act on it. You feel me?
Okay.
Okay. So the switcheroo for today is: if a girl tells you, "I wish I could find someone like you," or "I wish he acted more like you," how do I take that?
Oh, so I'm the dude, and
Mm-hmm.
oh, well, number one, I would take that as a sign that the girl, she obviously wants you, and that's not good for her and her relationship. So I would take that as a sign that she wouldn't be loyal to me. Because
Okay.
if you're, I personally, if I'm dating someone, I would never say something like that to another man.
This is fast.
That's not right.
Yeah.
That's flirting.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
flirting. So it's like, as much as I would feel good about that, like, oh, I got her.
Yeah. Tight.
I'll take your
Yeah,
girl.
okay.
But at the same time, it's like, that's also a red flag. Because
Mm.
who says she wouldn't do that to you if she got with you?
This is facts.
So.
Pushing it up on it. Okay, so
Yeah.
what if you're not? So say it's your, you know how dudes be following their girl best friend and have a crush on her forever. Not all dudes. I'll give you some dudes, but like your girl best friend who you had a crush on, but she put you in the friend zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she's talking, she's dealing with all these dudes not treating her right. She's like, I wish they could just be more like you. I wish I could find someone like you. What
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a different situation.
What do I do in it? I'm being a nice guy here. Like,
I feel like if she's dealing with a lot of bad men, I would just tell her, maybe because I actually respect you, and these men just want your chang. So
the doing. I feel
the
that.
dong. Yeah. But I mean, I would just be honest, and it's like, I feel like most girls know that their guy best friend loves them.
Yeah.
Almost, yeah. Most girls know that, so I don't know. I feel like you just have to be honest with her and just. Yeah. I would say something like that.
You wouldn't?
I would.
Oh,
just
okay,
be honest,
okay.
But yeah.
Respectable. I do feel like you can't look too far into it as well, because you don't like. Same with guys or girls. If someone told you that, you don't want to just be waiting around for something to happen. You know.
Oh, never.
Yeah,
never wait.
Exactly. You shouldn't be waiting unless like you're actually, because there's different scenarios where you're just waiting to wait, or you're waiting because there's like a good reason to wait. You feel me? Like there's a good reason to wait if you guys have actually come to a conclusion together and it's not just a one-sided decision. Like he's like, wait for me, and you're like, okay, I don't want to wait for you. But if you're both like, I think we should wait. Like for example, if you're waiting for marriage to do some intricate stuff, whatever. Okay. Waiting's cool.
Yeah.
If you're waiting until you guys both want to see it where you're at after college, then both of you agreed to wait. Oh, it's okay to wait if you come back to it later on. But if it's a one-sided, like, wait for me, be like, and you make that decision because you're like, oh, I'm going to wait for him. He's going to wait for me. In my head, he's going to wait for me. He told me to wait type thing. Then I don't think that's a very good waiting scenario. But just don't look too far into it. If she says that, know that you're doing something right, but it's probably not the right girl. You feel me? Like, it's not for you. Be like that. Be respectful. Be whatever she finds good in you to other people, or whoever you're interested in for real, once you move on from her. But just don't think that as, oh, I want you. You just gotta do a little extra, do a little something else. Like, you can come around eventually. Don't take it as that. Yeah. But some people do mean it as that. Some people are like, if I say this, maybe he'll wait around. Maybe he'll like know that I kind of, maybe there's a chance. Maybe that's how guys take it. Like, if a girl told me that, I'd be like, maybe there is a chance that I got a shot.
Oh yeah, and a lot of girls do that too. Yeah. I've done that before.
Really? Okay.
I waited around.
How'd that work out?
Didn't work out.
That's.
But they come back.
Yeah.
When you finally let it go. When you finally let it go, you block it off, you move on, and your life becomes 100 times better because you're not waiting for them to see your worth, and you're not depressed. They gonna come right back. Spin the block. And I don't go backwards.
Yeah, we like that. The car's in straight drive, no reverse on that. Come on now.
Yep.
All right, girly. Ooh, I don't know if you talked about this one. I think this is a fan question. But what does it mean to be emotionally intelligent?
Ooh.
Don't trip.
We got you now. Okay. I would say being emotionally intelligent is just being very aware of your emotions. what's triggering them, why you're reacting a certain way, and being able to express them. I feel like a lot of us, we might be aware of our emotions, but it's really hard for us to express it, and also not expressing, like, if we're angry about something, we're able to express that we're angry about it, not having the other person realize that we're angry with us being rude to them or just being snappy at them. But I don't know if that's a good explanation for it, but also I feel like understanding that beating around the bush and not really saying your emotions is only gonna cause more issues. Like if you're just upfront and honest about your emotions right away and not sugarcoating everything, it won't elongate the issue. So it's like having someone that's emotionally intelligent who can just say it how it is.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Everything you just said, it just made me think that guy emotional intelligence and girl emotional intelligence is different, because what you just said reminded me of like how I would want a woman to act. Like, tell me what's wrong, tell me what's up. But guy emotionally, if I was a guy, if I was told to be more emotionally intelligent, gosh dang it, if I was a guy and I was told to be more emotionally intelligent, I think I need to be more compassionate or caring when someone brings something to me, or notice things that I'm not told, instead of actually expressing things, like, or trying to express things. I'll be like, if you're emotionally intelligent, you should be able to tell when your girl's mad. You should be able to tell when something's going on.
I can see that, yes. That's something a lot of girls want. I've wanted that, but it's like, I feel like that's very immature. It's very, and I feel like dudes do that too. It's like,
facts.
I don't want to sit and wonder why you're acting dry or like have to pry it out of you. That's an ick. That's another ick. Like, you have to sit around and guess or keep saying, what's wrong? Come on, are you sure? Are you sure? And then you give up. And then they're like,
you know what?
yeah.
Okay, that's
just say it.
Just say it.
Just say it.
Okay.
Save us time.
You kind of hit on this one. How long should you wait to leave and see if it gets better? Don't trip.
I got you. Okay, so like leaving a talking stage or leaving a relationship?
Let's do both.
Okay. I feel like if you're talking to somebody and you guys are at a point where it's like, oh, we're exclusive, it's just me and you, like we're really trying to get towards a relationship, I feel like 3 to 6 months is a time frame of like, once it hits 6 months of like, well, exclusive, I'd say 3 months, but like 6 months of talking, I feel like that's a little too long. Like if you don't know by 6 months,
if you want to try something,
I think you should cut it off. I think that's pretty long, but for me personally, I have to really get to know you before I want to like pursue something with you. Like I've personally never had, like, as an adult, I've never had a boyfriend.
Okay.
I had one in middle school.
Yeah, you was a little.
But I feel like, because the person you choose to be with is, I think, the most important decision you make in your life, because it's such a influence. Like it can change a lot. But dating, like till marriage,
Yeah.
I say 6 years. 6 years, you should know if you want to marry me.
Okay, that's the max. I think I agree with that. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you're ready to get married at 6. Like, for example, if you were dating when you were 19, 18, and you just got a job at 25, you might need to wait a little bit.
Right.
But you should know that 6 years is insane. That'd be wild. If you really don't want to marry this person, you're just sticking with them after 6 years.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so we got 6 months and 6 years. All right, so respect. It's everyone's timetable is gonna be different.
Yeah.
I do, like, I don't want to hate on nobody, but people that tell me they got in a relationship after a week or two of knowing somebody, that's kind of madness to me.
Red flag.
Yeah, that's a big red flag. Like, there's no way you know everything you need to know about this person within that time frame.
Right.
Unless you watch Love Island or anything like that?
I did. I watched a couple episodes.
Yeah, like we've had a couple of guests from Love Island, but they say that because, like, it's all real, even though it's only been a couple weeks, because they're with that person every second of the day, like 24/7. Like, they say the time is accelerated. You feel me?
I could see that, but also personally, I feel like I need to be in every situation, like, and
Mhm.
see every emotion. I feel like they
Mhm.
don't get all that in that time frame. Like,
Mhm.
I need to see how you act when you're angry. I need to see how you act when we get in a confrontation,
Exactly.
and just how you handle situations. I want to know what you value and your moral. I guess you can kind of know some of that stuff,
Little
but
bit. But
I definitely need a lot.
yeah, a little more time, a
Need
little
a
more
little
time, a little time.
time.
All right, that's all the questions we have for you, Ali. I want to ask you about this podcast you told me you're having. Like, what's the ideas you having for this? You want to?
Oh yeah. So I have a podcast called The Gloss with Ali Renee.
Mm-hmm.
And basically it's gonna be conversations about everything. I just kinda wanna give people insight. I have a lot of people that I invite on that are much wiser than me, or their professions are different, and I just like to see their insights on things, and I want people to ultimately just learn from it.
Okay.
So,
That's
and
dope.
it's gloss because I stay glossed up. So,
We
yeah,
talked about you
glossy.
gotta get the
Let's
shiny lips. Gotta get the
moisturize.
shiny lips. Okay. And you can listen to it on everything. Apple, Spotify.
Right now, it's just Spotify and YouTube, but I'm trying to get it on everything.
Okay.
We just started last week, so
And it's
a little new.
GLOSS.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Y'all go check that out. But that's this episode with Don't Trip. We appreciate Miss Ali for coming on. Is there anything else you'd like to tell the people?
Tongue scraper.
Mm-hmm.
Tongue scraper.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. But
Go invest. But thanks for tapping in. Go like, comment, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Spotify, Apple Music, thank you for listening. We appreciate y'all. More coming soon. We got a bunch of plans for y'all. We got sports, gaming, all that stuff planned. So keep an eye out. The Don't Trip world is expanding. And we just want to make y'all happy, make y'all laugh. We appreciate the support. So don't trip.
We got you.
Yeah.